right, it's the Coco Show. If David Strand's on the job, there's something in store. We speak facts, please don't ignore. But if you got beef, Buster, come on, bring me some more. There's nothing new up under the sun, so we expect when you in check there'll be problems. But let it sink in, get under your skin, so you can see it just a mile away from your win. How many days are you gonna go through before you see for yourself what's the truth? It's time to rise, open your eyes. The Coco Show catching people by surprise like. What you say, David?
It's Jolly, baby.
Oh yeah, real style, black fit, go loud, one time, all out, no doubt. Now it's time to work it out.
It's the Coco Show with your man, David Strand.
Yo, it's KDS.
One, it's your girl Shanti.
Yo, what's going on? It's your man David Strand here with the Coco Show. As always, to my right hand side, I got my co-host Shanti.
One good people.
And you know who he is, man. Y'all heard his music. Say what you say is everywhere, stuff like that. DJ KDS.
What's good? How you doing?
And as always, we would like to thank Hustle Man Radio.
Hustle Man Radio,
You know
much love.
Do the
Thank
things
you, bro.
that you do. And as always, Freedom K.
Yeah.
We'll never leave you out.
Shouts out, freedomkradio.net. Make sure you start streaming now.
All day long. And the people that gets our most respect and most everything is our fans, our followers. Thank you. We love you from the bottom of our hearts. Listening to us, commenting, hollering at us. Big shout outs to Posky. Posky, right?
Yeah.
In the UK, big shout outs to you from hollering at us a couple episodes back, man. So, of course, as fans, you can always come in. Always. But without further ado, we are here to talk to a brother that y'all have heard his music. And if you haven't, y'all gonna listen to it now. Mm-hmm. We got him here face to face. J.Say, everybody.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? How y'all been?
Good. That's what's up, man. How was that drive, bro?
It's just another day. It's just another day.
Just another day.
I feel bad, like, you know, because I come from Spartanburg, and they're like, oh, man, you know, you always driving here and this and that, blah, 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 and people feel bad. So, like, you said that you drove that far, bro.
Yeah, it's no big deal. You give me a call. I actually really wanted to do it in person or over a phone. I feel like it's just a better environment when you see the people face to face.
But you know what's even more crazy?
What?
It's like, when we were talking about it, I was like, yo, I think he said Easley.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, I heard that too. He's like, let me hit him up and see if he did.
Yeah.
That was me. Did he just say Easley?
That's what's up, man. Cool. So what you been doing since the quarantine, man?
Working. Papa John's, we're considered essential. So, you know, gotta make the pizzas, gotta make the money, put the money in the music. Yeah. So I got a little set up at my house, thank God, and just making music while I can and talking to my people, making sure they straight. Yeah.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, spend a lot of time with my family for sure.
Yeah, I was about to say, have you been like, you know, kind of hanging out with family?
Yeah, all
day,
every day. I love my mom. I get my personality from her. My dad, you know, he come in, come out. Sometimes it's just like, you know, every single day you coming out, same conversations. And it's like my mom, she's crazy. She's always crazy.
Yeah.
No, but I love her to death. I love my sister, I love my brother. But yeah, no, sometimes you just need to like lock yourself in for a bit and
get yourself
together. Yeah.
I feel that.
But it's all love for them. They show nothing but love, and I love them.
That's what's up, man. Yo, so before we get too far into this too, I just want, you know, to also kind of start talking about our event on Thursday. Definitely got that coming up. First live recording a podcast at Reds at 28, 7 p.m. Doors opens at 6. We would love all you guys to be there. Titan is going to perform some of his tracks from GSP.
Yes.
It's going to be lit.
I just want to hear my one.
Fire. But I got to just say, you know, shout out to the crew at Reds.
Yeah.
That blue cheeseburger.
Ain't it good though?
I have been dreaming about this burger all day. I cannot wait for the 18th so I can get me a burger.
You want another burger?
Yeah, I just want the burger.
Yeah.
The fries are busting too.
They are.
Yeah.
They really are.
Because if the fries ain't good, I'm not coming.
Blue cheese.
I feel you. Nah, I feel you. I feel the same way. So let's get it started, man. Like, yo, we heard some of your music. You know, we was definitely geeking on Fresh, man. That song, it's got that. When you hear when the beat come in, you start like get that bounce going, like.
Find the blackest sandwich in the market.
Tell us a little bit about Fresh, man.
About Fresh, God, that's a song. I don't know. I heard the beat, and like you said, instantly has a bounce to it. And my friends always tell me, like, you know, all your choruses, all the hooks, they got a bounce to them. I'm like, yeah. So I tend to favor those type of beats. So I heard this track and the instrumental. I was like, right off the rip, I was like, I know what I got to do for this track. I need to just let loose, just do what I got to do. And just ride the beat, you know. And this was a track I didn't even think about the lyrics. I just kind of wrote whatever sounded right, and I guess it came out like that. And I didn't even know people were gonna rock with it because I had that little deep monotone voice going on for me. People, I bet you couldn't even tell. I bet you couldn't even tell it was me, honestly.
No.
You know, I had this girl. Her name was Amaya, and I sent this track to her, and she heard it, and she was like, "Who's that guy in the chorus? He sound cute." And I was like, "That's me." And she was like, "Oh God." She was like, "Oh God."
Was it like a disappointment?
I know. I was like, "Why you disappointed? What you mean?" I was like, "You disappointed?" Oh my God.
Shocker, you on the phone with him. So
What's up? I'm like, "What you mean?" Nah, but it's all love to her. She's my own girl. But no. So like, I sent the track around, and people were vibing to it, and I was like, "Wow, really?" I sent that to my best friend. His name is Chop. He's on that song Goodbye, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, and he listened to it. He was like, "I don't know. You must be really bored in this quarantine, huh? Making a track like this." And I was like, "What you mean you don't like it?" He's like, "Oh, I need some time." But as time went on, people he ended up getting on the bandwagon too, and it was like, "Yeah, we love it." So I was like, "Okay, let's see what we can do." Man. Hopefully, we got a video coming to it soon, probably in August. Get it shot and stuff like that. It's gonna be dope.
You know, it's crazy how like this quarantine has changed so many people in so many different ways. Where it's like you want your music to grow as an artist, and that's something that you was just like, all right, I don't mind working, but I want to work for myself.
Definitely.
And that's something that you learned during this quarantine. Everybody learn from this guy.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Yeah, no. I definitely took this opportunity to, you know, cut off all the distractions and just kind of focus in. And I think this is where I had the most growth, because I think the best advice I got as an artist was something, ironically, I should have took when I first started. And it was always take that year when you're first starting music to just develop. Don't even put anything out. Lock yourself in. And I kind of just took that advice now, and I'm coming up with some of the best stuff I ever created. Like Fresh is one of my most recent songs.
Okay.
Goodbye and Dance With Me and the ones I sent you, those are kind of from behind, you know?
Yeah.
So, that's definitely what I noticed. So, you know, as much as it sucks, the quarantine did kind of help me a lot, you know, and I definitely think a lot of people learn from it, you know, not to take for granted what you got in the moment. Because people over here missing things, missing those little link ups, those little parties. I know all the girls at party schools and stuff freaking out because they can't go out and party. But you know,
it's like those are the ones that really need to sit down and get.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
So when you wrote Fresh, let me actually. So would it be safe to say that you have a plethora of music? Like you have a good bit, or like as far as material goes, or
so. My friend Sawyer gets on to me about this the whole time. Like he says that I need to release more songs because like I create. I sit in my room and like I'll have a spurt of creativity and I'll just be like, all right, cool, let's go for it, and I'll write a song. So I'll probably have over like maybe 50, 60 unreleased tracks and I only have 5 released tracks. And I'm sitting here because I have a game plan, you know, and I try to always think through every step in the future. I'm like, okay, so I got this track, this is gonna be perfect for this. I got this track, it's gonna be perfect for this time. I want a video to this, you know, and I sit down and I overthink that stuff. And people are like, no, you need to just calm down. You just need to drop this, and just do this. I'm like, okay. But yeah, no, I got tons of music. That's and awesome. Stuff that, like, my most recent stuff is the stuff I'm most excited to release. But I know, like, I need to take things one by one, you know? Because I got so much stuff I can just give them content.
Yeah. And since you said you wrote like Fresh kind of like on the fly, so like how long did that take you to do? I'm just curious.
See, like with every track I write on the fly. I think an artist shouldn't, like Tory Lanez is an artist I follow a lot, and he tends to just write his stuff on the spot too. You know, like he says, and I agree, that an artist shouldn't be taking hours and hours on a song. They should just let things come to them in the moment. You know, and when I hear a track, it's whatever I'm feeling in the moment with that track that kind of just comes out into it, you know. So Fresh, I wanted a fun little summer track that had a bounce to it. Heard the beat, automatically knew like, hey, this is what I need to do for it, you know. Spent about an hour, maybe an hour and 30.
Awesome.
Writing it and recording it.
That's really cool.
Thank you.
That's really cool, man.
That's how I think all music should be made, you know. Just
I agree.
The moment.
I agree.
People always ask me, it's like, how long does it take you to write this and this? I'm like, oh, it took me like an hour. They're like, really? You know, and some artists I've worked with too and done features on, I'll send them a feature right back in like the next hour or two.
Yeah.
And they'll be like,
how'd you do that?
They'll be like, you just wrote that? And I'm like, yeah. Like, well,
I agree,
how long
man.
did it take you to write this? Like, you know, like,
bro, like, I say that because like working with some of these other people and they're like, you know, they seem so big. It takes them so long on one song. And I'm like, what is the hold up? What is the hold up?
I mean, they're trying to be like Kanye West. You know, they want to write the track. They want to listen to the track and say, all right, I'm going to release it next week. Psych.
Yeah.
I ain't going to release it.
But they do it, man. Bro, man, it's been so many people. Think about it. We were supposed to do like a remix to Say What You Say. It's supposed to be Hispanic. I ain't going to call his name.
Hey.
Have you ever heard it? No, because he never finished it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm the type. I'm like my brother in some ways. Like, I'm only gonna hit you up so many times.
Yep.
I'm like, I'm cool if you don't do it. Like, you know what I mean? But
the thing is, I'm gonna keep moving, and while you be like, oh man, I'm ready. So
Yeah.
Gravy train has moved.
yeah,
Right.
Steps ahead.
like sorry, bro. Like I gotta put
Like
you in.
I've evolved into a whole nother artist since then. Like
I'm all over the place. Like,
I've had an instance with that too. I won't name drop, but
Yeah.
an artist I worked with in my city, I had this track and I loved it. And it was a rap track. I heard that guy specifically on it.
Yeah.
Reached out to him. He's like, "Yo, let me get my verse on it." Sent the verse to me, and then I told him, I was like, "Hey, cool. I need the WAV file." 2 weeks go by, 3 weeks go by, 4 weeks go by. I'm like, "Hey, where's the WAV file?
Yeah.
I need this and that." And I was just like, "You know, screw this." Took him off.
Yeah.
Got my boy Chop on it. Finished the song. And made it.
move on. Yeah.
That's
it.
It's just, and it's sad. And he got mad at me, talking about why'd you take me out the song? I'm like,
Bro,
what you mean?
like-
I needed the WAV file.
Yeah.
Like, I told you this for a month straight. You know, like I can't just hold everything I'm doing for somebody that isn't taking it serious. You know,
Right.
Yeah.
so that's how it
got
is.
a heavy hitter over here.
No, I like that mindset and like the fact that he's got a plethora. Like when I hear stuff like that, it reminds me of Prince. I remember I saw an interview of Prince one time, and they were just like, how much music would you say that you have unreleased that you have ready to go to the public? He's like, at least 75 songs.
Yeah.
It's like Prince level quality.
That's
like
crazy. Yeah, no.
So when I hear that, I'm like, bro's like he is ready for whatever, whenever.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? And you can kind of those people that aren't ready on the fly. Like if you run into an A&R rep, like you know while you're out and about, and they're like, "Let me hear something." You ready to go?
Crucial. That's crucial.
But
Those are your moments.
I think the other thing about that too, though, is that when music really like runs through your veins, like you always have something that you're singing, that you're thinking about, that you're rolling around in your head, and you're developing like as you experience different things. Because I feel like true artists are inspired by anything. You know what I'm saying?
And I love what she said there, because like at the end of the day, people tend to forget music is an expression. You know, music is an expression. You know, if you have to think for hours and hours how to write a song, then you ain't musically inclined.
Right.
You know, like when I hear a song, it's what I'm feeling that goes in that song. That's why it takes That's why it doesn't take me any time.
Anytime.
You know, I look up to people like Juice WRLD, you know, rest in peace, but like he like off the rip freestyled all his tracks, you know, because that's why he has he has over 700 unreleased songs. I heard, you know, it's ridiculous. And this is because it's an expression, you know, when it comes to you that easy.
And you're not afraid to be inspired by other things, other cultures, other genres of music, other food. You know what I mean? Because those all are a part of that experience. Like, to me, it's a cycle. It's what you're feeling in that moment, and then when other people hear it, they're like, "Oh man, I remember where I was when I first heard that song." You know what I mean? So it creates a whole vibe, you know. And so the gift just keeps on giving, and people who don't know music don't get that.
Don't get it.
They don't. They really don't. But no. I remember I was watching this interview, and it was an interview with Drake. He was in his mansion, and he was talking to this interviewer, and he was saying something about the whole, you know how when artists is first coming up and they first get the recognition, right? It's like who is this guy?
Right.
And it's like, who is this guy? You know, and Drake was saying, you know, live in that moment, because that's going to be the best moment of your life. The who is this guy moment, you know, and that's kind of what I'm striving for. But it's like that right there. Especially when you're doing it for the right reasons, it's the best feeling in the world, you know. That's because I've had those moments, especially like coming out of high school. You know, I had a bunch of people in school like asking, like, "Man, who is this guy? What the heck? You know, he's rapping in the back seat. You know, he's singing these songs. He's writing all this stuff. He's like, who is this guy? You know, where's he from? This little mixed looking Latino looking guy. Like, you know, like, okay, yeah, that's me.
That's J.Say. J.Say.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah, no, music's awesome. I think people tend to do it. I mean, it's a business, you know, and people tend to get lost in the business and forget what music really is.
Oh my God.
That's how it is.
Yes.
Now, let me ask you this question.
Yeah.
do you have a heartbreaking song to where it's just like you had your heart broken and you just like, boom?
Oh, man.
I'm curious because I mean, look, it's like I noticed that like rappers and R&B artists, they sometimes talk about it.
They always.
And then I thought you loved me. I thought you cared for me.
I'm not saying that you make a crying song, but I'm saying like did you?
That was Nas, by the way.
Yeah, shot to go right
did
there.
You find like ever had a heartbroken or stand up something like? I don't know.
Yeah, and I feel like it's crazy because I feel like most of my songs are that type of stuff. Like I have one of my most popular tracks. It was called Chances. I didn't send it to you guys. I don't think you even heard it, but it was a song called Chances, and it was necessarily not me like talking about maybe heartbreak, but it was me looking back at myself because I like to be self-reflective in my songs, and I like to take a step back and look from a different perspective. And in this song, I'm kind of talking about how the people in my life that I took for granted and gave me so many chances and I blew them. Now I'm looking back like those are the people that were really rocking with me, and I let them go. So it's like I really want to take this last chance that if you could possibly give it to me and just make things right, And it's me just like. It's me looking back and realizing my mistakes. I'm like, man, I was really like that to these people that actually cared, and now I'm making songs about people that don't care, and it's like, man, what am I doing? So that song right there, that resonates a lot, and I think a lot of people. That's why it was so good to people because of the meaning. Yeah, but that song.
I think you should push that one out, man.
Hey. I mean, it was one of my first tracks, and I recorded it with a homeboy of mine from Anderson. And it was a good track and everything like that, but the stuff now I really want to focus attention on that stuff, like this R&B wave that I'm trying to get on, and this kind of hip hop wave, because like you said about the whole plethora of music, like I'm having I have tapes just lined up. I have a rap tape, and right after that I have this R&B tape, and I have singles off of each one that I know exactly which ones I want to push and stuff. So I'm just kind of always thinking about what to push and put my energy towards.
I honestly, I'm just gonna say this. I feel like we just need to start a tour.
Oh, really?
I ain't even playing.
I know. I'm just saying.
So, behind the scenes, me and my brother often get on the phone and we just dream.
Yes.
Like we kind of like energy wise, we give, and he's like, and then he comes back and like, and we just keep climbing this idea of what if we did this?
Yeah.
Yo, that would be dope, and we just hyping each other up.
Then they be dragging me behind, like, come on.
That's how it be.
Come back down. We're not ready, no.
It's just like we're in these big old balloons, and we just like, you have to come, you come. And like,
we them niggas just flying up, talking about smiling, and you like, no, come down.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's like this. You on an R&B track, rap track. My brother's on an EDM track.
It's dope.
We have other R&B artists that's like rap track and other tracks like this, and I'm thinking to myself like, man, these are artists that are local that nobody don't even hear about. What if we just start going around, our state to begin with, and just boom, okay, the Coco Show is in tour in their state, and then we go up to North Carolina.
Yeah.
And then, if we feeling froggy, we just keep hopping.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't see why not. That's a good
idea. And I think that, we'll be probably the first podcast to do that, minus the other, comedian podcasts and stuff like that.
I agree.
But we just go to each state and, it'd be like a podcast American Idol almost.
Yeah. Well, hit my line. I'm down 100%.
Yeah. So, I mean, they would see, okay, well, y'all found these guys in South Carolina. These are people from North Carolina. Like, for instance, the baby came from Charlotte.
Yeah.
So, I mean, somebody discovered him. We don't know how unless, you read the back page on it and stuff like that. Yeah. But you found us, we found you.
Yeah.
So it's like, we want to take you with us.
Thank you so much.
We want to take, the people that are willing to say, as an artist, I want to keep pushing. As an artist, I want to make something of myself. Not necessarily about the money. I want to make something of myself to say, okay, I did this. Now I'm gonna keep going.
Yeah. All right, let's take a little commercial break real quick. We'll be right back after these messages.
Are you an artist looking to get your song played around the world? Freedom K Radio is the place for you. For more details, just call 704-345-0324 or email us at 1tccshow@gmail.com. Let your music echo far and wide on freedomkradio.net.
I strive for greatness. All my life, they told me I couldn't, but they were wrong. If I push myself harder than anyone else, if I train harder than anyone else, if I practice more than anyone else, I will be the greatest. Nike, just do it.
And we are back with your main man, J.Say.
Yo, say what's up to the people again.
What's going on, guys? What's going on? Thank you for having me.
Yeah, man. Yo, like, I know they didn't hear any of that. You know what I mean? Like, but, bro, I get so excited about, you know, future steps and building this thing.
Thank you.
Podcast, the music, you name it. But, you know, like I told my brother, a lot of, you know, just what I've done, man, like, I want to help build people up.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot behind the scenes and the stories of that, you know, I feel like my brother takes the brunt of. Now I'm trying to help make his name great because I'm not doing it by myself. It's us. You know what I'm saying? But now I hear a sound from you and, like, you know, we gave you that compliment, bro. Like, we really vibe with what you're putting out.
It means the world.
And we want to put energy behind it and elevate that thing. So I guess tell the people, man, like, why do you make music? Tell them why you do what you do and why you feel like it's important.
Okay, well, if it's cool, I'm going to take it back to when I first started. So when I first started, I had a laptop. It was an HP, and I had Audacity. And I had a little blue snowball microphone I got, like, for my birthday. And I was making tracks by myself, like, secretly. You know, I was making these little rap tracks because at the time I didn't know how to sing, didn't know how to use my voice. So I was just like, I was making these rap tracks, and then at one time when we were at a lunch table, my boys were like, "Hey, let's mess around and make a rap track together." And I was like, "Yeah, sure." So I made this little rap track, made a little hook for them. They started sending it around school. People were rocking with it, and I liked the attention. So I'm not gonna lie. At first, I think I was doing music for the wrong reasons. Okay. And I didn't. And that right there is something I regret. But it kind of took me to where I am now. So I started making music. People were giving me the attention for it. They were rocking with it. It's high school. Feeding my ego. So I'm feeling good. And as time went on, you know, I started working with some other talented people that I knew that could sing. And I was like, man, I really want to sing. I like creating these tracks. And, like, one of my favorite artists right now, his name is Jack Harlow. And he said that there's no better feeling. Like, making a good song is better than having sex sometimes. I can agree with that. I agree. When I make a track now, I'm like, yo, this right here.
That's
like,
it.
I can play this over and over.
I never made a song, so I wouldn't know.
You lying, man.
I mean, you wrote the lyrics for me.
But it's you.
That's it.
Continue.
So, you know, I worked with all these talented people that are singing and stuff and writing, and it pushed me. I was like, you know, I like this competition. So I started pushing myself, and I made my first tape, put it out. People rocked with it. And then I was like, well, where am I going to go from here? Put it out. They were rocking with it. And I was like, where do I go from here? You know, and I kept messing with these different sounds, but I guess it got to a point where it was like, is this really me? Because I had a bad habit of disguising myself, you know, putting on a voice that wasn't me, singing in a way that wasn't me,
I got you,
writing in a way that wasn't me, you know. And I was like, how am I going to continue in this game if none of this is me?
Right.
It sounds like I'm trying to be another knockoff of Drake or another knockoff of the greats. You know, like I can't do that. So I pushed myself and I locked in, like I told you during this quarantine, and I studied my voice. I learned what sounds right. You know, I went in the studio. I went in my little setup, and I kept grinding out these tracks. And each track I heard something different, and I finally found my sound. You know, and these past couple tracks I've been releasing, that's something that's me. That's me now. You know, that first song I dropped was Chances. And I was like, yo, this is me. And it sounded weird at first, because you know how you hear your voice back for the first time?
Oh,
you're like, what is this? I don't sound like that. Right. But then, you know, I heard it, and I was like, you know what? Screw it. That's me. That's me. And people loved it. And they said this is the best they heard from me. So I just kept, expanding on that. So I guess the message that I try to portray in my music is I'm not afraid to be me. Like we were just talking about before we got back on. You know, like she was bumping in sync. She was confident about it. She had a message with it, right? That's how I want my music to be portrayed. Yeah. People are confident listening to my stuff. I'm confident with people listening to my stuff. Right. You know, because this is me. And I'm confident that this stuff is good. You know. Yeah. So that's my message. I want people to not be afraid just because you have a little difference with from other people. I don't sound like the baby. I don't sound like, little baby. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like
big baby. I know you're coming.
You know what I'm saying? I don't sound like them. I mean, they dope. I like their music, but I don't sound like them, right? Yeah. I'm different. And people need to learn to accept that type of stuff with those artists. Yes. That's where the good music comes from, you know?
Bro, you preaching. Oh, my God, you preaching, bro. And see, there's just so many artists. I got respect for everybody. I'm telling everybody. So there's so many artists on Freedom K that needed to just hear what you just said, bro.
Thank you. And let me take it back to you know, I love getting criticism on my songs, and there was this DJ from South Carolina, unnamed, but I sent my track it to him because he was doing a live on Instagram, and it was like $5 to hear my song, and if you rock with it, he was gonna give you, you know, some free consultation or like a free studio time, and I was like, cool, let me see if he rocks with my stuff. I got this rap track, I think it's dope, I'm in my pocket. I sent it to him for $5, right? Yeah. Goes to a bunch of other artists. I'm in line. Goes to a bunch of other artists, and he is even saying it himself. You know, I respect every artist. I respect their hustle. But everybody sound like Lil Baby, Gunna, Da Baby, or Raw Wave. Yep. Those are the 4 artists that I just kept hearing, and I'm texting my friend. I'm like, "Do you hear this right now?" I was like, "Everybody sounds like someone else." Yeah. And I'm like, "What the heck?" And then my track comes on, right off the bat. You know, he's bumping his head to it. He's like, "Okay, this is dope." Doesn't say a word my whole track, right? And then the track's over. He was like, "You know, I'm not gonna lie. You know, I heard a lot you were saying, but." You know, I mean, just nothing really stuck with me. You know, you remind me of Eminem. The track sounds nothing like Eminem. Okay, and I'm sitting here like, and it didn't come to me until afterwards. My friend had told me, he was like, "Do you ever think it's because maybe you're white?" And I was like, "Probably, yeah." Because I mean, it is harder to get accepted in the community, and I never really thought about that. Because to be honest, a majority of my friends are African American, and they're my best friends, and I make music with them. Yeah. You know, I record with them, I write with them, and I make all these things possible with them. So I guess I kind of lost track of like the whole stereotypes and stuff like that, and how that stuff is in the industry. You know, because at the end of the day, you got to understand that this is a game that was brought up by the black community. Yeah. You know, so I had to understand that, but. Yeah, no. So like when I keep that in the back of my head, I'm like, oh, I really hope the community will accept what I'm trying to put out. You know, I hope they will accept that. But I don't want to just be another copy. I want to add something different. So I'm trying to find ways how I can urbanize with my sound and appeal to people, but still be, you know, me.
I've been so lonely, thinking about how it be. I've been out on the floor. Someone come dance with me. I always been shy, it's something that I hide. See, love is just a ride, the rush can terrify. So right foot, now left foot, we take lead, or stay put. See girl, love is just a dance, but would you dance with me? It's hard to find a time when our time ain't free. I'm sick of waiting around thinking what could be. It's hard to hold on when you could always leave. So I've been pretty damn terrified. Told you I'm alright, well I'll be honest girl, I lied. I've never been the type to be like, oh well, I tried.
Wow. There's a way to do it, but I feel like some people just miss the mark and trying to copy other artists.
Man, you said it well, and I just want to add to it, man. The fact is, people don't know who they are. They've lost identity, bro.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
It's money.
I know, but it is crazy because there are. I feel like we've been separated now because like the world shuts down. There's people who strategize, use their mind, they think, and they create beautiful stuff.
Definitely.
Yeah. And then there are people who are just, you know, they're stuck in this wave of, oh, they're great. I gotta be like this to even come close to being great. And if I can somewhat sound just like them, maybe. But we're tired of the repeat, and it's like, bro, who you are is special.
The only people that are popping right now are the people that are special, that are different. You know, like
I'm just gonna say this. Look at the car she 6ix9ine.
That's what I'm saying. He's still relevant. Look at that. I mean, we all thought he was gonna fall off the minute he got released, but he's still out here doing big numbers, whether they're fake or real. We don't know, but he's still hitting charts.
And it makes him different because you say it's the little rainbow kid or the little boy that ratted on somebody. The main thing about it is he did what he said he was going to do.
Exactly.
And that also leads to another thing, like the power of the media is crazy.
Oh my God!
A lot of things for you, you know. So if you looking like, for example, let's say I did try to pull off like an Eminem, and I tried to look just like him. I tried to rap just like him, and I tried to dress just like him. Yeah. People don't want to look at that because they see that all over social media 24/7. So why would they want to see another him? Right. Know? So it's just, you got to have a brand. You got to be different, and I'm trying to work on that, but you know it's kind of hard because I don't want to do nothing crazy with myself. I'm trying to keep myself a little normal there, but you know.
I want to say this though, man, because I know you trying to play in that threshold, bro, of this is safe and okay, but bro, branch out.
Yeah.
Like I have crazy ideas that I won't even speak of that I'm like, bro, people hear me singing this or saying this, like, you gonna look stupid. But That's the fear talking. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
Like there are levels in you that you're holding back. You're doing what we were talking about with Shanti, trying to pull it down.
Yeah.
You're trying to hold it back.
Yeah.
But bro, when you let go of that and you start to really just allow yourself to be yourself.
You know, I feel like you're right, and I feel like everybody wants to be accepted. Everybody wants to be accepted. So I guess when I told you about how I did the mistake of trying to sound like everybody else, that was me just wanting to be accepted desperately. You know? And then as time went on, I started letting go of that.
Yeah.
And right now, I feel confident that what I'm making is very outlandish. And when I get time to play you some of those tracks, you guys hear what I mean. I'm excited to see what you guys think. But they're different. They're weird. And I played them for my friends, and they're like, "Oh wow, what this is you? That's crazy." And I'm like, "Well, thank you for saying that." You know. And yeah, but even still a slight part of me. That's kind of the reason why I have different tapes. Like I have a hip hop one. I have a strictly pop R&B one. You know, I have an alternative one. Like I have, because it's like I'm scared that the ones I want to put out aren't going to get accepted. So let me have a backup in case it doesn't work. You know?
Exactly.
So like yeah, I think I do want to let go one day and just make what I want to make.
Yeah.
But I feel like also as a smaller artist, you do kind of still have to have a little influence with the wave.
Sure.
But still stand out, you know? So that's kind of what I'm aiming for. But I do want to start letting go of that and branching out to me. Just like you can hear that is a J.Say song, you know? Like people can type in J.Say type beat, and a beat that I would get on would pop up, you know?
Yeah.
So that's kind of the goal right there. If people are making type beats about you, you made it.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right. So, I like that, man. That's cool. But it's beautiful, bro, that you have a plan.
Thank you.
And what you're trying to do. Yeah. And there's an idea behind it. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's just not enough thought in the music that's being created. It's just bullcrap. I wanted to curse so bad.
It frustrates me. It frustrates me a lot. I know exactly what you mean. It frustrates me as someone that loves music and loves being around it. Like I struggled a lot because let me just say this up front. What you have is what I have, and I'm blessed to have. It's a team.
Yes.
People that love me and people that want to see me want to see me grow, man. Nah, but my best friends, I'll name them right here: Chop, Sawyer, and Jake. Ever since I met them, it's been nothing but growth and just support. They do all my videos. They even hook me up with free videos, music videos, most high quality videos I think I've seen in my state. And I love them to death. They always push me. Like I have, every artist has this for a moment where they feel like they're not going to go anywhere. Yeah. They're not appealing to nobody. Where they're scared that this investment that they're taking, isn't going to work out.
Right.
I always have Sawyer, Chop, and them. They're my number one supporters. Before I have these huge crowds one day, they were my huge crowd. That kind of told me, like, look, man, stop having those doubts. You have this, and I believe in you. And we're going to make this video. We're going to make it pop. We're going to do this. And they do that to me all the time. And it's like, you got to value, like, when I get that drive, when I get that hunger, and they give that to me, I'm making the best music I ever can, and it's because that's what music is. It's not something that you can just, bull crap and then it be good, Like, no, you got to put your feelings, you have to thought, you got to put attention to it, you got to put the right attention,
So, tour?
Hey, bro, I'm game, man. I'm game for anything.
I think we need to find, maybe 3 more women artists out there,
shout out to ladies.
Get y'all out there. And, we go ahead and get a bus. Buy a bus and we get it painted. The Coco Show podcast. And I say we go for it.
I'm down. Bro, bro, I want to work with you, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. I love people that are just as passionate about music as I feel I am.
And we're the same.
And and it's just like, bro, it's hard to come back when you feel like you found somebody and they let you down, bro. That takes a part of you, and it's like, bro, I'm gonna just do my whole thing, just forget it. You know what I mean? And I've been stuck on that for so long, but man, I'm trying to re-release again, just trying to be who I am, and what I want to do is just make people like yourself be heard, man.
Thank you. And that's all we want to do.
That's it.
It's just be heard.
It's in the streets right now with the protests and all. They want to be heard.
Exactly.
And there's other things that's going on in this world that needs to be. I mean, it's not necessarily directed, but it's people that want to do things with their life, and there's protests and everything else is kind of stopping it. But a real artist like you are like, I'm not gonna let this stop me.
And don't get me wrong, what's going on, weighs on me heavy, and I definitely have deep conversations a lot with my friends about what's going on and stuff, but I don't let that distract me from what I got to do. I even said that in one of my tracks. I was like, all the death and stuff going on and stuff, that's tragic, but I gotta make this happen. I got a life that's going on, and I stand by the people that want to be heard. I stand with them and I support them and I'm there for them. And when I get to a point where my voice is gonna be heard, you best believe that I'm gonna make things known. But right now I gotta get to that point, so I gotta put the attention to make those steps happen. So I definitely want to do what I have to do. And I feel like a lot of artists are lazy. And I see that, and it took me a long time to see this, that I'm not the only one. It's rare. There's only a certain percentage of me. It took me a while to find that. I was like, I'm sitting here like what you just told me when I walked in the door, we just had our someone, cap on us recently, and I was like, what? Like, why would you do that? Think about it. People kill for shots like this, just to sit down with some people and talk music and have a little audience behind it too. It's crucial. And you can't take for granted those opportunities. I take every opportunity serious, whether it's small or little, or big or little. Sorry. Because that's important. Like people that give you time, you got to realize that, especially in this industry. When people that give you time, like those people are giving you, they're probably getting a million phone calls. A lot of people are like, please work with me. And if they give you even a minute or two, that is important. You use that like it's money. So
you'd be surprised on how many people say, I would love to be part of this, and then never follow through. Exactly. And it's just like, well, we're not gonna bug you. We're not gonna beg you.
You don't have any obligation to.
That's it. Like we're gonna continue.
But see those, I can. I'm telling you. But how was it when we were with Chico Bean, 85 South Crew, hitting you up? Where my ticket at?
Right. It was.
I want to be in VIP.
It was so many people hitting me up. It was just like, I would love to be there. And I'm like,
that's how it is, man.
So the whole time we was doing this, where were you?
Yeah.
Like, no, I'm not.
I felt like we've reached out to all our old contacts. Like, come hang out, come be a part of the show.
None of them wanted to be a part of it. But the second they saw the interview, because a lot of my friends, I ain't gonna say a lot of my friends, a lot of my past people always thought of me as a hothead, and that's cool. I'm glad I was, because look what I'm doing now.
Exactly.
So I don't mind being a hothead. Like I think I told you a while back, I was like, a manager told me to keep my mouth shut. An owner told me to keep my mouth shut, and I was like, nah, I ain't gonna do that. I would get fired. Yeah. And it's just because I didn't keep my mouth shut. So glad I didn't. Because you stopping me from something that I wanted to do.
Here's the thing: whether you do music, podcasts, radio, TV, you name it. Like, how are you successful if you're silent?
Exactly.
How do you grow if you're silent?
Because sometimes people are born into it. I mean, they're born with a silver spoon, or they got to go out there and hustle and stuff like that. I don't knock your hustle, but if it's illegal, you know what I'm saying? Like, you have a chance to say, all right, I can do this, or you get a chance to do something else.
Right.
That's your hustle. That's your way of getting money, but you got to think kind of a little smarter. You can only do this for so long.
Yeah, it catches up.
And I ain't talking about marijuana, so y'all get that. I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about other stuff. So, I smoke. So I ain't talking about marijuana.
Nah, man, but just keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you. Do not.
Man, in the famous words of Nipsey Hussle.
Yeah, rest in peace.
But you know what I'm saying? Rest in peace. And it's like, he wanted the attention as well. And there was he said in the interviews, there's many times he wanted to give up. There's many times he felt he had the hot track. He had it all. And his advice to people were, don't stop.
Yeah. He said the difference.
He didn't stop.
That's one of my favorite quotes too. I'm glad you said that. Is the only difference between him and the other people was he never quit.
That's right. So he just kept doing it.
That kind of keeps me going. Like my friend Sawyer, he makes it a goal to, every time he knows I'm feeling down, to send me these quotes and send me stuff that empowers him, and it helps me. And it's always good to know you have someone in your corner, whether it be a family member or just a friend or just a fan. Like, it's always good to have that. It keeps you going. And sometimes I do need to hear that stuff, like don't give up, because I can't help but feel like I don't get hurt, and the amount of attention, the amount of effort you put in. I know you guys must have been there at one point too. You put all this work in, and you ain't getting hurt. It's like, what do I got to do?
What do you got to do?
What do you got to do?
Well, like our friend Titan told us, one of the artists that's part of the crew, he even said, people ain't saying nothing, but they listen.
They listening.
They listen.
Yeah, I saw a quote about that yesterday too.
Yeah.
It was like people, you're gonna get 100 reviews before you get 100 likes because a lot of people don't like to give you the credit.
That's right.
But a lot of people will continue to listen to you, and then when they finally see you, like, man, I heard you in your first episode, and I'm gonna tell you right now, it was trash. Be like, what you mean? Well, remember you was just like, you did listen to the first episode. Wow. You want to be on a podcast, bro? Just the fact that you hit me in the face with that, bro. I want to sit down and I want to talk with you to see if you listen from the first beginning and now. Tell us how you think we have improved, or tell us where let me hear a different story.
Yeah,
that's different. Cause I mean, do people do that now?
I don't believe so.
People are more worried about what's going on in the world versus worried about your neighbor.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
You know what I'm saying? It's like we know all the bull crap is going on. That's cool to some people, and yeah, I may get criticized for saying that's cool. But I'm black.
That's right.
And you are?
Asian.
Okay. So we different. But we share the same damn blood. So
yep.
That's right. Alright, we're gonna take another break real quick. Can't wait to get back, man, with J.Say right after these messages, yo.
Yo, what's up? It's KDS. So excited to share this special collaboration I had the opportunity to work with Artificial Music. Check this one out. Downtown in the city lights. Ooh, downtown in the city lights. Yeah, we on tonight. In the city, living the life. I got my Converse lace up tight. Rocking that black V-neck with the pinstripe blazer, heartthrob. Yeah, the girls gon' chase ya. Gotta brush them off like breadcrumbs on my chest. Only one girl in mind that can rock this set. And that was City Lights by Artificial Music featuring me, KDS. Available on all platforms right now, so add it to your playlist.
We'll be right back with the Coco Show podcast after this commercial break.
There's one. There's another one. And another one.
Get more than you ever imagined when you trade your games for something new at GameStop, where 150 titles are worth $15 or more. Power to the players.
Man, we are excited. We are here with the Coco Show. Me, my brother, KDS.
Shanti had to step out.
Yeah, Shanti had to step out. But we're back with our main man, J.Say. You say what you say. It's J.Say.
Sorry.
All right, so let's hear more about the trash, man. Is it good? You sent me Goodbye?
I sent you Goodbye, Dance With Me, and I sent you Fresh.
All right, so in Goodbye, I think I remember you were saying you're more of a shy guy. Do you feel like, and I know you said that was an older song, do you still feel like that guy that's shy? You feel like you're kind of branching out into not who you are?
You see, I've been reading a lot of books lately, and that's a shocker, right? Me reading books.
That's
People
awesome.
that know me,
That's
a
good.
shocker.
Bro,
I've read a lot of books lately about mentality and stuff like that, and being this type of man and this type of man and stuff like that. And I guess in high school, I dealt with a lot of change, moving from state to state. If you don't know, I was born in Austin, Texas, moved to Stockton, California, and then my freshman year, I moved to South Carolina. And it's just a lot of change, so I've seen a lot of areas, seen a lot of places, seen a lot of faces, and a lot of different cultures,
Yeah.
And I don't know, there was so much going on. I kind of was like, I gotta fit in for these different crowds. So I had to appeal. You kind of had to put a mask on just to fit in.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't necessarily say I was shy. I just felt like at the end of the day, I didn't really know who I was because I'm sitting here trying to be what they want.
Yeah.
What I need to be.
Yeah.
So coming out of high school, that was kind of the turning point for my life. It was like, I'm gonna leave that behind and just be me and not care what people think. Because in high school, that's all I cared about was what people were thinking about me. What this girl I liked was saying about me, what she thought about, all this and that. Now I'm just like, I don't care.
Hey, it's time to say goodbye, say goodbye. Everyone what you did for me. Hey, time to say say goodbye, I won't lie that I'll miss you. I try and I try, but it stretches the issue. Surprise, oh surprise, try to hide but I see through every little thing that you did to me. So break it up, loving the way you shake it up. Baby, you're cold, no making up. No good for the soul, I'm waking up. Gotta stay at it, go hard in the paint. Took me a while to get what you think. No most of them was switch up on them break. This is the shit that's gon' make me gon' drink. It got me real bad, got me right here overthinking. Locked in my house, won't go out for the weekend. Hurts when they know what they see me. People in my life are good at deceiving. Don't get the things that I'm seeing. Fooling myself is a problem.
I'm working a 9 to 5. I'm making music. I'm worried about getting people. You know, am I gonna? Is one day this is gonna take off for me, or am I gonna be living on the street asking for change? You know, like that's what I'm worried about.
Yeah.
You know, and at the end of the day, I don't care what people think about that.
Right.
You know, I'm gonna continue making the music.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm gonna continue working. You know, I don't care where I work. You know, the one thing I hate is when people say, "Oh man, he's working a fast food job." You know, who else gets stuck in that? I'm like, well, he got a job.
Right.
He's working. What are most of the people in the world doing right now? Living off of unemployment.
Right.
Living all this stuff. Like they ain't doing nothing.
Exactly.
You know, so give him his word.
What was that? Oh, the bottle. Shut that off.
That's crazy.
So much going on. Like all these
shots
noises
today.
Jesus,
nah, but you know, it's like they're working. You know, and I hate that. I hate that saying. It's like, oh, you're working a fast food job. You're working a part-time job. You ain't going nowhere. It's like, don't say that.
That's not true.
Because at the same time, one day that might be your boss. You know, you never know. Things change and people grow as character. You know, you work your way up.
Right.
You know.
What did Kanye West used to work? He used to work in like an apartment store or something like that.
I don't know where he used to work.
Way back.
I know Bryson Tiller though.
He used to do not sales. What's the other one?
I can't remember.
Floor walk or something like that. He used to sell clothes.
I know Bryson Tiller worked my same job before he came up. He worked at Papa John's.
Yeah.
And I don't know if he was a driver or what he was, but I know he worked that. And now look at him. You know, he dropped Trap Soul, and that was a classic.
That's what I'm saying. Like, people, y'all have to realize, if you see somebody in that hat on that mic talking about, "Can I take your order, please?" That does not define the person and who that is.
No.
That is just where they are. That's the journey.
Yeah.
You guys are mind blown if somebody leaves a McDonald's and becomes a millionaire from making music.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So stop looking at where they are and what they're wearing and all this stuff, and try to get to know the person and listen to what they're saying, because that's going to tell you a lot more about the character.
Yeah, definitely. And not to skip the question about being shy, I guess what I'm trying to say with what I just said was me knowing that knowledge now. Had I known that back in high school, I probably wouldn't have been so timid about who I was and stuff. I probably would have just been like, yeah, this is who I am, rocking it with color, you know?
Yeah.
But, no. So I definitely feel like there's a lot of growth, especially with that song, was me also saying, like, goodbye. That had a lot of depth to it and had a lot of meaning to it, because I'm talking about, you know, people tend to think my songs are geared towards relationships, and at the end of the day, yeah, it could be, but what I'm more talking about is the people in my life. You know, I'm saying goodbye to those people that made me feel like I had to be that way, you know? Like, oh, I had to fit in this way, I had to do this, and I had to act a certain way when you was around.
Right.
And you know, I had to say goodbye to that, you know? I have to be me now.
Yeah.
And, you know, that it just has a lot of weight to it, that track, you know? It's... Yeah, it was me saying goodbye to also the way I was, too, you know?
Yeah.
And I think who I am now is I think that when I was in the time making those tracks, even though they were old, I love them. Who I was then, you know, that was actually me saying goodbye to that version of me.
Yeah.
It's like this stuff now is me now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hopefully that makes a little more sense, I guess. But yeah, man, high school was just a crazy time. Looking at it now, I mean, you know, of course I'm really young. I'm only 18 years young. You know,
You're 18?
Yeah.
Doesn't he have an older mentality though?
You're joking, right?
I swear.
The things you're saying, 30-year-olds are saying. You know what I'm saying? like, you have bro.
Bro, you're joking.
How do you think I am? Tell me how old you think I am.
Bro, you are so lying. I don't know.
That's all we're hitting. I'm like,
I'm a catfish in disguise.
No way. You 18?
Yeah. How old do you think I was?
Bro. 18-year-olds don't talk like that, bro.
Bro, I was 18 and I wasn't.
18-year-olds don't think like that, bro. Okay.
I was more thinking about what girl I would talk to next.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, don't get me wrong. Girls are nice, but they ain't gonna help me with the journey right now.
Bruh.
Shocking, right? Not bad.
No joke. I legit thought you were like mid-20s.
Well, thank you. I guess it looks good to
and like I'm looking at you like you 18.
Yeah, I'm 18. Just turned 18 November 6th.
Wow.
So graduated last year. Actually, that's probably why I talk about high school so much because it just happened.
Also, you just haven't. You've experienced life, but you haven't gotten to that level yet.
Yeah, no, I haven't even gotten into it yet. But I feel like I'm
he gonna be all right.
So much. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah,
he gonna be all right.
Yeah,
like, I hope. My dad hopes so too.
Like, how old do you think I am?
25.
How do you think he is?
You look a little older than 25. I'm gonna give you like 26, 27.
I'm 38.
Holy no! What? You guys talk so young. You guys look so young. You look young.
35.
You look young too. You 35?
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
That is crazy to think.
That.
And we were just talking like nothing.
Yeah, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
And that's the thing, like, so it's we can chop it up. Like when we have people on our show, I'm just being real with you right now, and everybody listens because I don't really care. But like when we chop it up with younger crowds, there's only so much we can take, and it's like we got to tune you out because what you saying is stupid.
Okay.
But we can chop it with you because you like,
cool.
Like, bro, because
you talk. No, not you. But
you legit just blew my mind because I'm just like the whole time you've been talking, and I'm like, man, like I wish young cats would talk like that.
this because he gets it.
And you're 18.
Thank you. Well, thank you. Yeah.
Right.
I guess it's the books.
And I'll give you another honesty. Like, my brother don't talk this much in artist interviews.
Well, thank you for talking.
He just, because he can't, he listens to the music, he's like, bro, what is this?
Okay.
The first thing I want to do is just be,
So, like, it was shot, like, when I got on the phone with you, I was like, whoa, this guy sounds different.
Okay, cool.
But just to see him, like, I'm like, whoa. And now to hear you speak, bro, I'm telling you, bro, you are already removing the weight that is going to slow you down in your journey.
For real. You have no idea.
At an early age, and that is by far so important. It's so important.
Oh, man.
And now, like I said, the way you think and how you perceive things, that is going into the music. Bro, that's going to educate people. And they're going to be like, bro, I've been thinking that, but I ain't know. And you made it, you let me know it was okay to feel this way and be this.
Yeah, exactly.
Bro, it's powerful.
Very.
That is powerful.
I wish I had your mentality at 18.
Well, thank you.
I wish.
Yeah. I wish I would have had this a few steps younger, honestly.
I mean, at 18, look, no joke. At 18, for you to sit back, bruh. Now I'm going back to all the conversation we just had like not too long ago. You sat back and you had to take a step back. What 18-year-old we know says that?
None. None. Yeah, mind blown.
No, it's crazy because of course you're not the only people that are surprised with how young I am when I come to it. You know, the girls are very surprised when they find out I'm 18 and they're like, oh. But at the end of the day, it's like there was reasons why I feel like I'm as mature as I was. And I'll say this here. I don't like to. I mean, I'm okay with talking about it, but an event happened my senior year at high school, and I was just like the people you described. I was the 18-year-old or the 17-year-old that was egotistic. I thought I was at the top of the world. No one could tell me nothing. I showed up when I wanted to show up. I did what I wanted to do, and I didn't care. And it wasn't until like I had that mentality, I was committing little petty crimes, shoplifting and stuff like that with my friends, people that looked up to me.
We all did that.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But the only difference was I got caught. I got caught. Yeah. I got put in cuffs. They told me like, hey, you're gonna have to do this. You're gonna pay a fine. You're gonna have to do this and this. I'm like, golly. I ended up paying back all the money. I got caught taking.
Oh wow!
I took a lot of stuff. I ain't gonna lie. I took a lot of stuff. So I ended up paying in fines all this stuff that I took. So I was like, well, what did I really gain from this? Not only did I lose all that money, but I took a bunch of steps back. And not only that, my parents, I never did anything like that before. So when they heard about it, they were like the look in their eyes, and my siblings too, the ones that look up to me, I was like, what am I doing? Julius, what am I doing? My dad did a great job raising me. He's my stepdad, but he's my dad. Yeah. He raised me since I was little, but he chose to raise me. Those people right there, the people that choose to be in your life, never take them for granted. Ever. That's my dad. I love him. He's my blood. I say that, So, when he looked at me and he's like, really? For what I've done for you, you're gonna do this to me? I'm like, you're right. You're right. Yeah. So they made me mature with that. They punished me. They did what they had to do. They were mad. It's my mom.
Yeah.
you know how moms are. So she did, and I was like, man, I'm 18 years old, and I had to do, and they had to talk to me like that still. Nah. All right, it's time.
Yeah.
Got on my hustle. Went back to my job, picked up my hours back. Got my own car. It's not a freaking beautiful Camaro or Ferrari.
Homeboys, this bro get on all the homeboys. You ain't got no car. You ain't got no car.
Buy my truck in cash right up front. Saved up for it. It's got high mileage, but I take care of it.
There you go.
I've had it for a year and a half now. It's running good.
It don't matter. You got a car that you can get into.
Exactly.
I applaud you, Jay. I'm telling you, man. That's beautiful,
yeah,
bro.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I have cats that are near my age. They still won't get a car.
No.
But they constantly smoking. And I'm like,
So
bro,
what you doing?
Out of all the stuff that you smoking, why you ain't got a car yet?
Exactly. And I have a lot of perspective on that too, because I have a setup, right? I have what most artists in my area don't have, and I worked for it. I bought everything in that thing. I didn't steal this time. That life is gone. Yeah. I bought everything in cash. I went to the store, bought it, right? Set it up, learned. I'm mixing and stuff like that. I'm still learning. My mixes aren't the best. Sometimes they're stale, sometimes they're flat, but I gotta still put stuff out.
Yeah.
But I'm still growing, But me having that ability to record, people are always like, hey man, let me hop in, let me lock in with you, okay, cool, let me give you a shot. So I've dealt with the whole people capping on me and the people making it seem like one thing but it's not, or leeching off of me, acting like we close, but you just really wanted a free recording session from me.
Right.
You knew I was rocking with you.
Yeah.
So I've recorded trash and I've recorded treasure.
Yeah.
And I know who the people that are serious about it are. So I guess that kind of gave me some insight on the whole who's really here and who's really here to lock in and who's not.
Yeah.
So like with the team I have right now, I know that they're here and they're locked in. So I can tell who's mature and who's not. And I got people who are older than me, 25, making music, ain't got no job, blowing bags on them on grams. Smoking it and stuff in the studio with me. Like, mind if I smoke? Like, sorry, I was late. My ride. Oh, your ride.
Yeah.
All right, man. Let's do this. Let's get this done. They like, oh, hold on. I didn't write my stuff down. Let me wasting all this time. And I'm like,
right.
Dude, come on, man.
Right.
I'm in my studio. I'm in my setup. I like to spend the least time on the mic. I like to spend the most time on the mic, the least time mixing. So you best believe I have my stuff. I'm ready. I'm
ready to go.
Like, I remember my first studio session. Like, I didn't start getting my setup until me and my friend Chop went to a studio who was charging $40 an hour, and their mix was terrible. It's trash, doo-doo. And I was like, I just spent $80, and I could have done that at my house better. And I took that lesson, and I was like, yeah. I'll get my setup.
You don't need it.
As long as you took the lesson.
Exactly. Like, one thing is, no money is really wasted money. You're just learning.
No, that's what you're paying for, that knowledge.
That's it.
Exactly.
That's it.
So one thing that I learned from the whole get my setup was, I took a studio session, and even then I'm serious. I'm serious about this. So I tell this guy, he has a little studio, it's $20 an hour, pretty cheap. And I told him, I was like, yo, I got 10 tracks. You think I can knock it out in a day? He was like, I mean, we could try, but if you have to take a break, we can do it another day too. I was like, okay, cool. Get in there, 5 hours down, the whole album's done. He's like, I honestly didn't expect you to be able to finish all that. I was like, really? I was like, it wasn't hard.
Yeah.
I had it already down.
If you know what you want to do, how you want to do it.
I used to listen to the instrumentals and recite the words. I have artists that I know that are super talented, like Chase Martin, Policy, my friends, and they when I record them, easiest session of my life because they have it in their head.
They've already rehearsed it.
They're like, yeah, I know, but boom, it takes 2 minutes to record them, 5 minutes to get a little rough mix going.
Yeah,
I'm like, yo, dope.
Yeah,
that's a track. Let's just drop it. So that's just how it is. And then I have people he's telling me that 10 songs in 5 hours, that's rare. Like what? How? Huh?
Because most people are just like, hey man, I can't even feel it today, man.
How you ain't feeling it today?
Come on, man.
If your passion ever becomes a chore to you,
quit. Yeah.
Quit. Because that's not what it is. If music ever became something that I'm not enjoying, I'm done. I can't.
Yeah.
And that was some advice I got from a friend of mine. He was older. He was like a big brother to me. He told me, he's like, look, man, if you're ever doing something in life and you ain't enjoying it no more, leave it. Life is way too short. You got people out here passing away at 21, 25. He's like, and if you think you want to live this life being, being wasting that time. Like wasting that time. No, don't waste that time with something you don't want to do. Spend it with something you want to do.
That's right.
So if music was something I didn't want to do, I wouldn't keep doing it. You know.
Yeah, if this podcast was something we wanted to do, we would stop. But again, in the beginning, this was not what we expected.
Yeah.
But now we're like, whew,
taking it serious, man.
Like we are 100% in, and there is no getting out. So yeah, there is no getting out.
Yeah. You go too far, you can't go back. You know.
Oh, you can't.
You can't.
Or in our case, we went so high up, we don't want to fall down.
There you go. Nobody wants to fall off.
We don't want to fall down.
No.
Falling down
like
is the
we're slowly climbing, and I don't mind the slow process.
This ain't even no slow though.
Oh yeah, it's not even slow, but it's just like you just don't want to fall from that. Because I mean,
I'm scared of heights, so if I get to a height, I don't want to fall.
Yeah, it's,
Exactly.
It's high of excitement. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, yeah, because this is like you're an excited investment. This is exciting. It's just like it's so much that people don't realize. It's like you taking those small little steps. It's like, man, I just wish somebody hear me. And then when somebody hears you and they take you serious, it's like, all right, are you a gamer? Okay, so you know how it is when you gotta do something on one level in order to get to the next.
Yeah.
Welcome to the next level, man.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
So I mean, it's next level for us as well because you're a different type of artist.
That means the world.
You're a different type of age range.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, this is different.
Okay.
And if we weren't willing to take this jump, you could be off on somebody else's interview.
Yeah.
Doing something totally different. Either it can make you grow or it can make you, nothing.
All right.
But with us, it's like, we want you to grow.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
We want to grow. But not just that, though. Bro, you just blew our minds with the age thing.
Yeah. I thought you guys might have had a little notion of it.
It's nah. Okay. It's legit like, wow. I'm hearing this 18-year-old guy out of millions of listeners. Now think about how many 18-year-old, 17-year-olds are listening to you. Saying, if he did the same thing, let me take a step back. Let me close stuff off for a minute.
Exactly. And
let me take it serious.
Right.
Exactly. And you're right. And I think the young people are the ones that are running the game right now. Honestly. I mean, we got the baby who's like 30 years old right now. I mean, the top of the charts, yeah.
I thought he was so younger than that.
Yeah, he old. He's been in it for a long time, so shout out to him. That's the grind right there. But we got a lot of young cats that are out here.
I really thought he was
killing
younger.
You know, like, I mean, I know Lil Tecca, he's 17. I know Kid Leroy, I think he's 16. Yeah, Harlow 22. Like, all these young people, and they're running the game right now. So it's crucial for people like me. Sometimes I feel like I'm underdeveloped as an artist because we got people that are that young that know how to engineer, that know how to record themselves, that know how to graphic design, make them covers, market themselves. But we have all these people that have multiple qualities to them. I'm sitting here like, okay, I know how to record myself. I don't know how to graphic design right now. I can't shoot my own videos. It's like, okay, well, I'm behind. I got to catch up, and that's how I always look at it. So, yeah, I definitely think the age range that I'm in is scary, and I want to. Now is the time for me to capitalize because I feel like I don't want to pop off when I'm older. As much as it'd be a blessing, I want to pop off now because this is the time that people are excelling is when they're in this age range.
Yeah.
I'm seeing all the people that the younger these artists get, the more I'm like, okay, I have to. I'm have someone that's 16 years old, 2 years younger than me, is already hitting the charts and Billboard. Yeah, I can't. I got to. I have to now. I have to do what it takes.
Yeah.
I know a lot about the business. I read the books about it. I talk to managers about it. I know a lot about this music business, and I try. And there's more to learn, but I study, and I know that there's a lot of obstacles, and there's a lot of it's a shark fight. It is. But I'm willing to get my hand dirty to make this happen. So.
Wow, first 18-year-old going on tour. That'd be cool. Hey man, well you be 19 this year.
Yeah, November 16th.
19.
So, see, that's what I'm saying. I gotta hurry.
I mean, don't feel bad because it's like it's like this. As us being in our 30s, we could be like we shoulda, coulda, woulda. Yeah. But we not. We actually starting it and we're actually going with it.
And that's what I think is so dope because it breaks my heart when people, especially one thing that broke my heart the most is when my dad continually told himself that he couldn't do something for the rest of his life. Like, for example, he wanted to be a mechanic, right? But he told himself he wasn't smart enough. He told himself that he couldn't go to college and he couldn't do this. So now he's 39, 40 years old, right? Yeah. He's driving. He's happy with his job. Yeah. But he's told me before. He's like, man, and I was like, why did you think that of yourself? You know, right. You know, I think you're the most hardworking guy I know, and this and that. So I was like, and he was like, I don't know. I just never had someone like you around to do that for me. And I was like, that right there broke my heart. I was like, Dad, look at you. What? I was like, I looked up to you, and you saying that you never had someone like me around? Nah, come on. And then so now when I hear stories like that from people who are even younger, I'm like, stop what you're doing now. Do that. Yeah. You know, I had this girl I work with at my job. She's been a manager for Papa John's for like years, and she's told me that she wanted to open up her own bakery. And I was like, well, why don't you do it? You're like 24. I was like, why don't you do it? She's like, I just don't know if I could. I was like, what are you going to lose? You over here working the same job, making the same money. Like, what are you going to lose? Do it now. Don't regret it later. Do it now. Yeah. You know, and that's kind of why I have that mentality now. Because my dad, when he told me that, I was like,
she makes cakes. She still makes cakes?
No, she's still at Papa John's. She hasn't took my advice yet, but she's working toward it.
So tell her this. Tell her make a Coco Show podcast cake.
Okay. Yeah, I will. I actually will.
And I'll basically, you can give her our information, and basically I throw some crazy ideas at her.
Okay, bet.
And let's just see what happens.
I got you.
Yeah. And that way we can be like, yo, don't stop what you're doing. Yeah. And we'll break it to red and let everybody see it.
There you go.
Let everybody see it. That way she can say, okay, I need to go ahead and do what I need to do.
Yeah. Man,
sometimes people need to be that. Sometimes people need to be brought on stage.
Yeah, everybody needs that push. Yeah, that's what my dad was telling me. He's like, I just didn't have someone like you to do that for me, to tell me that I'm not this dumb person I thought I was, or incapable and stuff. Like, sometimes you just need that. You know, if I didn't have anybody that told me like, hey, I believe in you, you know, I probably would have been in the same little rut. But no, I have that. You know, I'm lucky to have that. So,
bro, yo, that's crazy. So, kind of ironic, and I won't go too far into it, but like, you know, I'm a believer in God. Yeah. And you know that's my father. You know I don't have my father in my life, but I had a dream the other day, and I felt like he painted a reality for me to move forward. And I won't go into details or nothing like that. But I felt like what your dad said in that moment painted a reality for life. Like there's just not going to be the support or fan base, and I don't say that in the music aspect as much, but you're not going to have a whole lot of that to be able to create who you are. Because there's so many trying to be who they are. They're trying to stop who you're becoming, to keep you on whatever this level is. Because people feel like if I can't do it, then I want you to be around so that you can't do it, and we'll just be this group of can't do it's, and we'll be okay because we'll make each other feel better. You know what I'm saying?
You can't be surrounded by yes men.
You can't. But like it is so important that what you do when you do it, and I say that to say don't rush. When you release what you have inside of you, when you do it, like the timing's impeccable. Yeah, it's impeccable, and I don't want to make it about me, but like, no, it's fine. I spoke this year of what I wanted. Yeah. So I don't want to be famous. Yeah. I don't want to necessarily be rich. I want to be well off, for the sake of, you know, building things like this and people. But I wanted a single deal. I just wanted a company to work with and create a single deal. And I got the offer via email. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, it was a song I just had an idea for. And it was just like, they hit me up and I was just like, yeah, I got an idea for a song. I didn't put anything down. I just got this idea. I'm going to call it Chinese Dragon, this and that, blah, 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 whatever. And he was like, all right, when you create it, send it to us. We'll let you know. And I just did it. And they loved it. And I was just like, bro, and they signed off on it. We signed a contract. It was done. The timing was impeccable. And all I did was I just spoke about it. So it's like you speaking about your future gives it life. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And everything you're putting into your music lyrically gives life or death. So it's important that, you know, your timing isn't what people think. Like, I guess that perception of I've got to catch up. Yeah. Do it when you're ready to do it, because that's gonna be when it's needed. I even felt like what I've put out, like I said, there's this feedback I don't share, man, but it's like it was I couldn't have done it any better. You know what I'm saying? And what I was trying to deliver, it's done. And so in that light, like, I was successful.
Yeah.
You know, and yes, I made money or whatever, but it's like, bro, that was enough of me.
Yeah.
So you've set in stone based off what you've said, what you want. And because you speak that, not just in these mics, but to yourself, to your homeboys, to your crew, like, bro, that's what's going to build you up to that point. So, like I said, man, keep doing what you're doing, bro. I think your energy is awesome. I think, bro, your maturity level is like.
Wait, I wanted to.
Oh, here
real
we go.
quick.
Sure, just guess. Okay, all right. I'm over.
How old do you think he is?
Peep the beard.
I know Andy got a beard. Yeah, he got a beard. I'm jealous. No longer took me to get a beard.
19.
Wow.
Okay.
There's no way. She guessed that. She was close. 18.
Very close.
18.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he talked about like being finished with high school and all that
Oh, yeah, there
stuff,
you
like
go. Context clues.
Okay, yeah, you didn't hear all the other, but it's cool. It's cool.
Yeah.
He's got our mindset. It's beautiful, man.
He is unlocked.
Yeah.
He's on level 3.
You gotta hear this episode. I need.
Like I give him that because like Matrix World, yeah, he's unlocked.
Okay.
Yeah, he's awake.
I'm woke.
Yeah, whoa, he's
Please
woke.
don't.
Stay up.
I can't
He's
even
woke.
handle it.
Yo, so real quick, man. Like we're about to run out of time, but
That's fine.
tell the people how they can find you, social media links, follow your music, platforms, all that.
Okay. I'm mostly on Instagram. I'm on Facebook. Not as much as I should be though. You can find me on Instagram. Real J.Say. It's just J.Say. And then Facebook, you can find me J.Say. J.Say. And then I'm also on YouTube. I post a lot of videos with my friends with their brand WTF Media. Just search that online. You'll find all our videos. Got 4 of them out. And feel free to contact with me. I'm easy to. I'll run my pages, so I'll respond. I'll talk to you back. If you like my music, if you don't, talk to me.
Right.
Look, you already said if you like it, and if you don't, still talk to me.
Yes, talk to me. I want
It
to hear
says
it.
the same thing.
I do.
It's crazy.
I really do. Because I mean, it's like I rather hear. Because a lot of people are so shocked when they be like, "You really want to hear bad stuff?"
Yeah, tell me.
Because that way I can improve.
Yeah, if you're not telling me bad things, how am I going to improve?
Exactly.
You just tell me good things,
Right.
I'm just going to stay the same.
Yeah, like I don't want you to do that. Like I want you to be like, "Yo, bruh, I feel like you should switch up your introduction." All right, tell me how.
Cool, yeah.
Right.
Like I hate it. Okay.
Cool. Yeah.
What you got?
So what do I do?
Yeah. What do you have in mind?
Don't just be like, don't just say something bad and not give me a reason.
Right.
That's just hate.
Tell me what's up. Like, oh, for real, you want to listen, bruh? I'm all ears. What's up?
Yeah.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
Cool. Well, when you get something, here's my card.
Yeah.
Shoot me a text.
There you go. There you go.
That's what's up, man. Bro, like I said, I was serious about working with you, man. Like, y'all got this EP I want to drop late September. I got a track I want to put you on, bro.
Put me on? Okay, yeah. I'm down for it. I'm always down with your features. I'll get them right back to you.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
You know, you got a lot going on this year.
I actually got 3 EPs, 1 album drop, and 5 singles. I'm sitting on.
Congratulations. There you go.
Sitting on.
We about to be done with season 1 of the Coco Show.
Hey.
Keep it going.
We're legit.
Right? Thank you, Mom.
We're legit about to be done with season 1.
That's
so
crazy.
Yeah.
that's crazy to say season 1.
Yeah. It's dope, huh?
And don't forget the movie. Anyway.
Yeah, don't forget the movie. Wow.
Close us out, bro.
Yeah, so you heard it. Like, you heard a lot.
Mm-hmm.
You heard a lot. But I just want this to be about J.Say. So, with that being said, y'all heard everything about this man. Listen to his music. Y'all gotta hear Fresh. We're waiting to hear Chances. So, man.
I'm fresh. I don't know.
So, with that being said, that's it for you, man. David Strand, the Coco Show. Shout out to you.
Goodbye, lovely people.
DJ KDS.
Losses, y'all.
And again, we had J.Say.
Thank you so much for having me.
And that's it, man. It's chocolate, baby. So, this is it for the Coco Show with me, David Strand. It's chocolate, baby.
Thank you for listening to The Coco Show. Check out other episodes on Spotify, iTunes, and Podbean. You can also listen to current episodes on freedomkradio.net. If you have a topic idea that you would like us to discuss on this platform,
feel free to email us at 1tccshow@gmail.com. Again, that's 1tccshow@gmail.com. Please like and subscribe to The Coco Show and share with all your friends. Thanks again for listening.